Hello everyone, welcome back to another tier list video. Today we will be doing the mid tiers. I'm a little sick right now, so if my voice sounds a bit off, that's why. Um, and all my sniffling. Uh, Someone suggested that I should be more quick and concise with what I'm doing and not stutter so much, so I actually have like a semi-script for what I'm doing. So I hope that helps. First character on the mid tier list is Roy. Roy, I used to back in the day. I did main Roy when he first came out because I made him at melee. Um, Roy has a very high damage output compared to all of the other Fire Emblem characters. He does the second most, only behind Ike, I believe. Um, he has two OHKOs. His fully charged neutral B is an OHKO, and his reversed up B is an OHKO on certain characters, Jigglypuff being a perfect example of that. But even though he has two OHKOs, his neutral B is difficult to land. It's kind of like Ike's, but It's more powerful than Ike's, but it's difficult to land because you can't really use it at the ledge like you can with Ike. Uh, and you're more than likely not going to get the OHKO unless you break a shield. He's got a decent combo game um, with side B and his aerials, but his throws are pathetic. His back throw, I'm pretty sure, is the worst in the entire game. Uh, they can be used to combo, but that's about it. His throws are pathetic. And his recovery in general is just pretty bad. Uh, his side B, I don't think stalls in the air like Marth's or Lucina's. So, out of the three, Roy would be the worst clone, I guess you would say. And his up B doesn't really do much for recovery. It's more of a damage option and or counter option. Counter, I mean, combo option. Uh, Next on the list, I put Lucas. Um, excuse me. Um, Lucas has really good combos out of down throw. Down throw nair, down throw up air, down throw forward air, down throw into pretty much any of his aerials except maybe like down throw down air at lower percents. He has the second best back throw in the game, only behind Ness. So there's that. Um, has a really good Zair. Uh, Zair is like if a character has a tether grab and you use it in the air, it's what a Zair is. It's really good for spacing. Uh, he has strong smash attacks, his up smash being the strongest in the game, but it is also very punishable. Along with his neutral B, his neutral B is punishable just like Ness's is. His side B is not very good. It doesn't have any real practical use. Um, Unlike Ness's, it doesn't stun people, so to speak. It doesn't put them in place, so it can't set up for grabs or smash attacks like Ness's can. It just kind of hits them and goes away. And his recovery is very exploitable. You can absorb it with Ness or Lucas's down B, and you can just. It's very punishable as well. You can just spike them while they're using it, and they can't really do anything about it if you're playing against a Lucas. Next, I would put Yoshi. Uh, Yoshi has a really good grab range, and that's one of his main defining features is his tongue, and his grab range is very, very effective. His neutral B and his grab are basically the same thing, which is kind of saddening to me, honestly. Um, he's kind of hard to combo with. I haven't really seen a lot of people do good Yoshi combos in Smash 4. His dare is absolutely ridiculous, though. If you can land every single hit of the dare, it does like 33%, which is absurd. And his neutral game is alright. It's not one of the best neutral games, but it's alright. Next on the list, I would put Pit and Dark Pit. I'm putting them together because they're basically the same character. just Dark Pit just hits a little harder and his arrows are harder to control. That's basically it. Dark Pit, I would say, is a little bit worse than Pit just because of the arrows and yeah. Their neutral B is good. Um, it's a projectile that you can aim and like use. It's basically a homing projectile, and you can target it to go wherever you want. At least in the case of Pits, Dark Pits is a little bit harder to control and moves a little slower. Um, they have a good recovery. They have multiple jumps, and their up B goes pretty high, even though it's kind of punishable. Uh, since it doesn't really have a hitbox, it still goes high. It's still a decent recovery. Their aerials are downright amazing. Even though I don't really like Pit, I don't play as him. I find him hard to use. His aerials are ridiculous, except for his Nair. The hitbox on his Nair is weird and stupid and small. He has super armor, or they have super armor on their side Bs, which makes it really hard to counter against, unless you're actually using a counter. But it's pretty easy to punish if they're using it off stage, and their down B isn't that good unless you're playing a projectile character. It can be broken pretty easily, and their dare is kind of wonky to me. I don't know. Like, you would expect their dare to have a spike hitbox, and someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I really don't think it does. All the times I've used Pit, I haven't been able to hit the spike hitbox on his dare, which makes me kind of upset. But they're decent, I would say. They're like the very middle ground, I would say, for all of the characters. Um, Next on the list, I would put Wario. I put Wario here because his airspeed is ridiculous. He has one of the best airspeeds in the game. He has a decent combo game in the air with fair and bear, and up air hits really hard. He's strong and heavy, which makes him hard to kill, and he can kill you pretty easily. But like most heavy characters, he is very slow on the ground. Um, his moves take a long time to come out. Like forward smash takes forever, up smash takes forever. Back air takes quite a long time, and so does up air. Um, Down tilt takes quite a while to come out. He doesn't really have many reliable kill moves. Since his forward smash takes forever to come out. Forward tilt is one of his only reliable kill moves because it doesn't take that long and it hits pretty hard. But since a lot of his moves take forever to come out, he doesn't really have that many reliable kill moves. And his Nair is just flat out awful. The hitbox, 90% of the time, you probably won't hit with his Nair. And it's just, the hitbox on it is just abysmal. Right. Next on the list, I'd put Robin. Robin has projectiles, and that's basically what puts him slash her this high, quote unquote, on the list. Um, their projectiles are ridiculous, and they're very spammable. Like Thunder and Ale Thunder are very spammable. Arcfire is quite spammable as well. Um, Thoron hits super hard if you can hit it, but it does take a while to come out. Uh, Robin has a ding dong down throw and a up air. Actually kills relatively early. Uh, Nosferatu is actually kind of OP. Even though it takes a while to come out, it just like completely drains people's health, and it gives you health back. So it gives about 16% back, I'm pretty sure. Robin is slow as all hell. Robin is I'm pretty sure the slowest character in the game in terms of run speed. Um, has a very punishable recovery because the hitbox of the recovery is down, so it doesn't the move doesn't have a hitbox above it. So it's quite easy to punish if you're on stage and you knock them off stage. You can just Unless they recover high. If they're recovering low, it's pretty easy to punish. Their moves can run out, which is stupid. All of their sorry, all of their specials can run out of charge, I guess, if you want to put it that way. Um, if you use their special attacks too many times, you won't be able to use them again. Same goes with their smash attacks. If you use too many smash attacks, you won't be able to like hit with the Levin sword anymore. You'll have to use the bronze sword, which doesn't hit as hard and doesn't send people as far. And the Levin sword technically has multiple hits. I'm pretty sure. Like if you hit with an F smash, it'll hit multiple times technically. But if you hit with the bronze sword, once the Levin sword runs out, the hit doesn't do as much, and it's just a single hit. Next on the list, I would put Olimar. I put Olimar here because his recovery goes relatively high, even though it's very, very easy to punish, which is a big downside. His recovery doesn't have a hitbox. It goes high. It's if you're recovering low, it's pretty good, unless you're playing as a character like, say, Captain Falcon, who can easily punish stuff like that. He has decent projectiles in his Pikmin. His side B is a decent move if you have Pikmin. He has a good neutral game when he has his Pikmin. But without his Pikmin, he is completely useless. Solomar is the most useless thing ever. He can't even use most of his moves, like Fair, Bear, Dare, I'm pretty sure Up Air, see here, any of his smash attacks. He can basically only use like up tilt, four tilt, down tilt, jab, I'm pretty sure, and like nair. And that's pretty much it. Other than that, he's basically useless without his Pikmin, so if you run out, you better try and find some time to pluck more. And there just really isn't time, because Smash is a very fast-paced game. Jeez, I'm sorry. Next up on the list is Ness. Now, Ness, despite his size, hits like a truck. His smash attacks can launch people very, very far. He has good combo game out of down throw, like at lower percents, down throw into nair, or down throw in the forward air, and at higher percents, like down throw into up air. His aerials are very good. His back air is a very good spacing tool, and like I said, he hits very hard. He has really good grab setups and or smash attack setups in his side B, PK Fire. If you use PK Fire, you can easily just run up to someone, grab them, and back throw them, which is what Ness is best known for. His back throw is the best in the game and kills ridiculously early, especially at ledge. On certain characters, it can kill at ledge at like 70%, which is just absolutely absurd. But on the flip side, his recovery is very exploitable, like Lucas's. You can just basically everything you can do to Lucas's recovery, you can do to Ness's because they're basically the same. He dies pretty early because he's kind of light, and his F smash is punishable because it has a lot of end lag and it comes out pretty late. But the reason I put Ness above Lucas is due to his sheer kill power. It just is so much better than Lucas's. In my opinion, Lucas's aerials are much weaker than Ness's. His neutral game isn't as good as Ness's, in my opinion. And again, Ness's back air is just ridiculous for spacing, and Lucas doesn't really have very many good spacing options, except maybe like Zair, but Ness's back air hits like a truck, and Lucas's Zair doesn't really do much. Like, if you're in a last stock situation and you're both at high percents and Ness just starts throwing out back airs to try and space you, you can't really do much about it because you can't really approach that. unless you've got a character that's good in the air, and even then, you can't really approach Ness's back air. So Ness has ridiculous kill power, and that's one of the main reasons I put him above Lucas. Next on the list is Bowser, and Bowser is a very, very strong character. He hits very hard and sends people very far, which is fitting because of how heavy he is. And he's the heaviest character in the game, so he's gonna die latest, in theory. Up throw up air is one of the best ding dongs in the game. It kills at like 90%. His pivot grab range is ridiculous. It's honestly the dumbest thing. It's worse than Marth's grab range in Melee. Like it's like not actually worse, but like it's just like look up his pivot grab range and just look at that. It's honestly ridiculous. It's so stupid. But Bowser, like all other heavy characters, is super slow on the ground and in the air. Uh, he has a lackluster combo game other than his one ding dong, his up throw up air, and maybe like up throw nair. Uh, Other than that, his combo game isn't that good, and he's got a very bad punishable recovery that doesn't go too high, and he doesn't jump too high in general, so his recovery isn't that good. Um, Next on the list is DK. And I'm putting DK above Bowser because, one, his ding dong kills earlier. Cargo up throw up air is ridiculous. It kills at like 75%, 70% without rage. He's very strong and heavy, like I said about Bowser. He has a good horizontal recovery, not a very good vertical recovery. And his recovery is easily punishable. But he has 4 different spikes. His midair, side B and down B, his forward air, and his down air all spike. His side B, the side B and down B spikes aren't very good, and down B in the air is near completely useless. He's very slow, like I said, with all heavies, that's basically a given. And his side B is kind of useless. It's very laggy. It's like it's got a lot of startup time and a lot of end lag, and you can punish it easily. And even if it does hit, it drills people into the ground, yeah, but only for a short time. It's kind of like Wii Fit's jab or like Lucas's down throw. It doesn't really do it for a very long time. And finally, at the top of the mid tiers, I'm going to put Luigi. Now, I was debating for a long time on whether Luigi would be a mid tier or a high tier, but I finally decided on he would be the highest mid tier because he has some pretty big glaring weaknesses. He has a godlike combo game. Down throw into anything is just Luigi's down throw has got to be the best in the game. Down throw into anything literally works all the time. Like at lower percents, down throw into double fair, into another down throw, into more fairs. At slightly higher percents, down throw into like up air, a bunch of up airs. Like just down throw in and of itself is the most ridiculous thing Luigi has in his arsenal. Uh, Misfire and down taunt are the greatest things to ever exist on the planet. This doesn't really have anything to do with his placement on the tier list. I just wanted to bring this up. Misfire and down taunt are so fun to use, especially in For Glory to like troll people. His down B is very good for stuffing stocks at ridiculously early percents. Throwback to that one time Mewtwo King got killed at 0 like twice because of Luigi's down B. He's got a good recovery. If you use down B out of jump, it goes very high. His up B goes decently high, but his recovery is semi-punishable. Like his up B is kind of bad. Like you can punish his side B and his up B if he doesn't like the hitbox on his up B is pathetic. If you're not getting like the critical point, the Shoryuken, so to speak. If you're getting just like the normal tip of the fist hitbox, it's pathetic. And his dash attack has a lot of end lag and is super punishable. And even though it has multiple hits and launches at the end of it, it doesn't launch very far. And again, you can just block it and punish. Um, you can roll out of it, punish. You can you can jump over it, punish. As long as you don't get hit by it, you're gonna be able to punish his dash attack. So that puts him in mid tier rather than high tier. That's gonna be it for the mid tiers. I'll see you in the near future for the high tier video, and yeah, bye.